Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend D.G. Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
Batman, my favorite character.
I am sorry, Batman superfan Ray. No Batman this time, but again, it's the end of the month, so... Well, no, it's not. It's the beginning of the month. That's right.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Bonus.
like, wait a minute, Azrael, what? That's right, kids. Welcome back to another episode of We Are the Night, the Batman podcast. Yes, kids. For those of you who were listening or weren't listening, yes, John Byrne January went long, so you got no Azrael in January. But this month, you're going to get two Azraels. One at the first week of the month, and then you're going to get the next one at the end of the month. So
we're still on track.
Justin will open and close this month, and Lil Hellfire will be right in the middle. So
that's right. What are you guys talking about this month?
February. Oh, I think I got some Batgirl stuff on there. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Yeah. I was gonna say we haven't recorded yet. I was gonna say,
yeah. You and I are
this. I was gonna say
time
this
traveling.
This is the first. This will be the first episode of February. But again, this Justin the Owl bats him out, kids. He's always ahead of Lil. It's like being the parents. Lil, why can't you be more like Justin?
No, don't start that now. Don't start that.
No. I love all my children the same.
That's right.
Oh Lord. She was my child. I'd be like, oh God, what have I done?
No. You'd be called to the principal's office quite a bit.
She's a very lovely human being, unless you're a 25-year-old himbo. She's your worst nightmare. All right. So, yes, kids, this time we're going to cover Azrael Annual 3, the last annual for the Azrael series.
This is it.
And then issue 34 and 35. Yeah, after this episode, I think it's just the regular issues. I mean, there is like a Azrael 1 million issue, which every book got that month. But besides that, I mean, it's going to be straight up Azrael episodes or issues, I believe. Yeah.
Right up to the end.
Mm-hmm. All right. Are you ready to begin these issues? Oh, boy. Yeah, kids, we're gonna start with the annual because oh boy,
I think that came first. Anyway.
It did. It came like the month before the which again, it seems weird because again, he's like with Brian and Lily in the beginning, and it's like he's kind of moved on, at least temporarily from them. So, so I'm just like, I was checking the dates again. I'm like, this is right? I'm like, yeah. So this came out the same month as issue 33 last episode. Mm-hmm. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, it's so strange. Yeah.
Where's Glinda? It's like I said, I can't remember if we even see her anymore.
Oh, after this, yeah.
After the last episode, the witch. I don't know if we see her anymore.
I don't know.
Can't remember. Well,
there's a bunch of the issues following this I haven't read, so.
We'll find out. All right, kids. Azrael Annual 3, and I can't wait for after this for Justin's thoughts because this was his first reading of this.
Yes. Actually, all of these issues tonight was my first.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, all of them.
Oh, yeah. I love these covers. This was the Paul Pierce year, kids.
This cover is magnificent.
Yeah, we got a lot of painted covers and stuff or stuff like that. This for these.
Right, still freeze.
All right. Yes. All right. So Azrael Annual number 3 from September 1997. The Vampire Bat.
Yes.
And no, kids, it's not you know who. It's just a coincidence, but yes, it's not you know who.
Batman.
Yeah.
My favorite character.
They're not related.
Of course, writer Dennis. It says Dennis O'Neill.
Dennis Esquire.
Right. Yes, because the story is so serious. Penciler Jim Aparo. Yeah.
Love it.
I know. Inker James Hodgkins, colorist Demetrius Bazukis, and letterer Ken Brzezinnik. Sister Lily has Azrael and Brian track down a bat statue that once belonged to the Order of Saint Dumbass. It's been a while since I could say that. In San Francisco, Jean-Paul meets with Mr. Rail to try and buy it, but he refuses to sell. Jean-Paul goes back as Azrael to steal it, only to fall into a pit while fighting Rail's security. Rail threatens him with an experimental security laser that can cut through steel. Rail's speech is cut off when Catwoman sneaks up on him and takes him out and his security. She pulls Azrael up with her whip. Catwoman takes Azrael back to his hotel and patches him up. Oh, Lord.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, my Lord.
Make sure he's unconscious first.
You're the knight.
You're the knight herself, and a devil for making me want you.
She is also after the crystal bat, but she agrees to help him for $100,000 instead.
$1 million.
How about no?
Catwoman goes back to Rail's mansion as Serena Riley. He drugs her while they're speaking, however, and she falls unconscious and gets tied up by his men. I thought John Byrne January was over.
I know. What are we're going backwards?
Azrael's woken from his nap by one of Rail's men, who stole the bat himself and hoped to sell. Others followed him, however, and he is shot dead. Rail calls Azrael, offering to exchange the bat for Catwoman. They meet at Golden Gate Park. Rail and his men ambush Azrael, but he's able to fight them off and throws the crystal bat into the path of the laser. Rail is devastated at the statue's destruction while Azrael unties Catwoman. Really? Thought he would have left her tied up.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, kids. Unfortunately, this isn't on the app, and I don't think this has ever been in any collect. I don't think the series has been collected. No. So you might have to find the floppy for this, kids.
No. I'm anticipating at some point, because they're doing the new DC's Finest line where they're collecting runs and things.
Yeah.
I'm anticipating seeing some Azrael stuff at some point show up there. Yeah. In which case, we'll see the annuals reprinted there. But I still think that that's a few years off, at least. Yeah,
because I don't think they did any of the Pulp Heroes annuals on the app, so...
Yeah, really? Oh.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I don't think that... Yeah, I think that's the whole reason they're not on there, because I don't think they did any of the annuals from this year on the app. Again, with DC and Marvel, I think there's a weird, I don't know if it's hard tracking down 90s issues to
the hard copies, you mean? Yeah.
I guess, yeah. Or at least good.
It's weird to me that they wouldn't have just one of everything on hand.
Yeah, you would think.
Do you know what I mean? Of everything that they've ever published in some warehouse. It just seems strange to me that the publisher themselves wouldn't have a copy of their own material.
Yeah, that's weird. I guess maybe people just didn't think of it.
I guess. I mean, granted, they have published thousands, probably close to millions of comic books in the last almost 100 years, but still, it seems weird to me that you wouldn't have a hard copy of your own stuff.
Speaking of hard copy, I mean, look at the struggle for him to concentrate. Look at that.
I know. Yeah, how's he keeping it together? Yeah, I love that cover. That cover is gorgeous.
Oh my God! But yes, that synopsis did no justice to this issue because
it glossed over a lot of stuff, certainly, didn't it?
Well, especially from the beginning when Jean-Paul's reading those old detective novels. So the whole time you could see even in his thoughts, just all of a sudden he's just talking like an old detective novel.
Yeah, you can almost hear the Humphrey Bogart dialogue playing, and with the sleazy jazz music in the background. Totally, yeah. What detracted from my enjoyment of this story was the villain. I thought, oh my God, this is the best we've got for this story. Seriously.
Yes.
I was hoping to see I didn't want to see Roz or the Riddler or the Scarecrow or somebody. I was hoping that Denny was going to go back and dig up one of these obscure weirdo villains from like the Silver Age that
Oh yeah.
would have appeared maybe just once or twice or three times or whatever and was forgotten about. And then, put them in a story like this where it would make sense for somebody like that to appear.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the annuals from this year. From what I can remember, most, if not all of them, had I think one and done villains. So
Really? Yeah.
But this Mr. Rail is so weird with his addiction to chocolate milk.
His addiction to chocolate milk, his penchant for saying, what was it? He was saying, "By my eye," or what? All this stuff, constantly repeating himself with the dialogue, the just wearing the turban and stuff. I couldn't get into this guy.
I know. With the turban, I was like, "Oh, are we doing a Middle Eastern villain?"
What is the deal with this dude?
I know. I was just like, "Are we going that stereotypical route?" Okay.
Yeah, he's the eccentric rich guy who can afford to buy a laser and drink chocolate milk that he takes great pains to tell Selena is made from chocolate imported from the finest Swiss Alps. And milk that is produced from the most joyous of cows. And I'm thinking, oh my God, Denny, what are you doing with this villain? This is bad. These bovines don't mew. These bovines don't moo. They whistle Beethoven's Ode to Joy, and that is a plain fact. Now, if this had been another book, like let's say this had appeared in The Question when Denny was writing that, I would have eaten that up with a fork and spoon. I would have thought it was great because that fits for The Question. But this chocolate milk swilling, turban wearing, laser wielding dude does not seem like a good fit for me for Azrael.
Yeah, it almost seems like he dumped Jean Paul into a Question story. Yeah, now that you mention it,
yeah, it's really just that. What saved it for me though was the art.
Yes,
this art is
yeah.
So for me, I don't even care if the villain's stupid. I will still enjoy this story on the merits of the artwork alone, because it's been a long time since I've seen some Aparo artwork that I haven't seen yet, and something that's new to me. And it was cool too, because the last time that we saw him drawing Jean Paul was when he was wearing the Batman outfit.
Oh yeah.
He wasn't even wearing. I don't think we got to see Aparo drawing him in his Azrael garb.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, that was the real treat for this issue, was to see Jim Aparo drawing Jean Paul as Azrael this time.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks so good in this.
Oh, yeah.
All of the scenes with him in that damn costume look amazing. And it made me wish that he had drawn more Azrael. And maybe not in the main series, but maybe done some covers, or I don't know. I thought he did such a great job with this character. I wanted to see more of it.
But yeah, just Jean Paul. I mean, again, the first meeting with Rail, he's dressed like a detective from an old movie or something, and then
Gumshoe, yeah.
And again, just the dialogue, even in his own head, when the guy when one of Rail's guys pulls a knife on him, then he pulls out his sword and goes, "Nice pig sticker you got there." He's like, "Want to see mine?" And his thought is, "I felt like the star of an Aussie movie."
That on a knife.
This is a knife. What the heck?
This is a knife.
Oh, you ready for this? That's not a deck. This is a deck. Ray Plays Games, kids, on YouTube, all the way from Australia. Oh,
it's a two-hander.
Oh my! And then Rail shoots him through the shoulder with that laser.
The laser, yeah, which was an acronym. It was the
yes.
I'll have to find it. Lengths to describe what this was.
I know. For
light amplification by the stimulated emission of radiation. I love this weapon, and that's the truth. Puts a gleam in my eye. Oh God, Denny. Puts a gleam in my eye. He said that about 20 times during the course of this story.
I mean, I guess maybe he wanted the guy to talk all fancy because, again, and later on he's saying, and here I proffer no exaggeration and stuff. And
talking about Catwoman's pulchritude and all this stuff. It's like, oh, jeez.
Speaking of her pulchritude, I think Aparo was working off balance.
Yeah. Well, that was prime Jim Ballant Catwoman time, 1997.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was still doing it.
Oh,
yeah, that's funny.
But I love, like, even when she gets back to the hotel, when she's like, I mean, she kind of figured out, he was, that Batman she ran into that time. And she's like, you don't sound like you did when we were chasing. Oh, the virus. That's right. They were chasing him after that virus.
Yeah. The contagion.
Yeah, that's right. But the voice is the same, but the language.
Well, he's gone through quite a bit since then, Selena.
Maybe I wised up. Maybe I got help. Maybe I dug the jive.
Dug the jive. Oh, my.
Spit it out. Give it to me straight. What were you doing at Rails TP? Oh, my. Since when are you in the good deeds? Those drapes you're wearing them look like a Girl Scout uniform to me.
Oh,
Betty.
Oh, my.
There's a whole page where he's thinking about the splash page where he's thinking about Cat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's got the vapors. He's got the vapors. That man is lost in the throes of memory.
There are plenty of clams on the beach. Oh
my!
But this Tootsie had crawled into my skin and gone and done a fandango on that lump of stone that passes for my heart.
Oh, jeez.
The memory of her was sticking to me. I'm sure, like fly paper. I'm sure.
Yeah, just like fly paper, right?
And I wouldn't shake it. Not today, not tomorrow, not even in a month of Sundays, kid.
Yeah, see, we're gonna do things my way, see.
She saved my life. In my racket, that counts for something. It ought to count for something in every racket, see.
A dame saves your life, you're supposed to do something about it, see? Because you owe her, and because you'll always owe her, see.
Oh yeah, and he's calling the bat the dingus.
Yeah, the dingus. That was pretty random, right? Dingus.
Mm-hmm. I never shake the memory of that dame. Those eyes, those hips, those Ballant flotation devices, kid.
That whip.
Oh my!
Yeah, he's into that.
Oh my! Oh well, yeah. I mean, Rollo was into that, but with himself.
Yeah, with himself, but yeah, this. Yeah, Jean Paul likes.
Oh, please! Isn't it? Are we still dealing with Virgin Boy? I mean, he's up for anything. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. He's ready.
Selena probably could like I'm going to cut your head off. Okay, as long as we do.
Okay,
as long as we do it first.
We'll make a snuff film. All right.
Oh my! See what you brought us to, Denny. Oh my. But yeah, like we said, then Rail captures Catwoman, who went in disguise in a blonde wig.
Yeah. I like how he calls up Jean Paul and then he's sitting there waiting for Selena to scream in the background.
And she won't, yeah.
She won't do it.
And she dives out the window.
I was like, what was he doing to try to torture her? Like dumping chocolate milk all over her face or something?
Oh,
yes. You love it.
Well, at least it was chocolate milk.
Right. Yeah. R. Kelly wasn't around.
Oh! We ain't talking lemonade. Come on.
Puts a gleam in my eye, it does.
Gleam in my eye.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, so Jean Paul's go back and storm the compound and help free Catwoman.
Yeah.
And again, destroy the dingus.
But she manages to get out on her own. She doesn't even wait for him to save her. Christ, she can do it herself. Exactly. She does. She goes right out the window, loses her blonde wig in the process.
And again, if it was a Catwoman issue, she would.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
But
she almost gets away.
Yeah, it is teamwork. Yeah, Azrael throws the statue in the air, and Selena kicks the laser to vaporize it.
Yeah. I liked that. I thought that was a nice twist. Yeah.
Oh my god! And then that final joke is, Rail's like, it vanished in a puff of smoke, a puff, and of course Jean Paul's closing line, I guess you could say, was the puff gleams are made of. That's why they're beating you over the head with that gleam. That's why he's beating us over the head with a gleam line, so he can get the. It's the puff gleams are made of. So
that was the lead up.
He's waiting to pay that off. All that is. All right. So, first time. What did you think?
I enjoyed it. For the most part, I enjoyed it. For the merits, mostly of the artwork.
Yeah.
It's weird that I would say that about a Denny O'Neil story where the artwork saved it for me. But in this case, that is the truth. I really enjoyed Jim Apparo's artwork on this tremendously. And it was cool to see his artwork with the inks of James Hodgkins.
Yeah.
And with the colors of Demetrius from the actual Azrael title.
Mm.
It kind of gave a whole new dimension to Jim Apparo's artwork. There were some panels where it didn't really look like his art. It looked like almost kind of like Tom Mandrake from The Spectre.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it had that same kind of feel to it. It was really cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
But I mean, I think it added to the actual, the dark detective story.
The pulp feel to the story. It was more textured like that. Yeah. I can't deal with that villain. That villain is such a waste of time. I felt like there could have been a better choice than this guy, and especially for a Catwoman team up story. I mean, they could have picked one of her nemesis to be the.
Yeah, well, I think that's the part of the problem too with this team up is like either one of them could have taken this guy down solo.
Totally, yeah. Absolutely. This guy's a chump.
Mm-hmm.
He's an absolute loser, and just if that to me, it felt like this was kind of a wasted team up for them to fight that guy. But again, the artwork saved it. I could read this again just on the merits of the artwork alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a great visual feast, and that cover is fantastic.
Oh yeah.
No, I really enjoyed this. There was lots of eye rolls that happened in reading this, and it was all from the villain. Like nothing like the corny kind of gumshoe detective dialogue from Jean Paul that didn't bug me. The whole fantasizing about Selena and stuff that didn't bug me either. It was all this villain and his cornball dialogue with the chocolate milk and the puts a gleam in my eye and all this other crap. I was just like, oh my god, stop it, Denny.
Oh, the detective jargon. He's basically speaking the whole time. Yeah, I found it funny because I'm like, he is such a sheltered guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's something a kid would do. Oh, I'm reading all these detective novels. I'm going to speak like a detective.
Yes, exactly. And that's what I found charming about it. Was that he was just kind of taking a quick 180.
I was waiting for him to say to her, "Here's looking at you, kid."
Yeah.
Especially if you're going to shower in my hotel room.
Yeah. Especially if you're going to wear that purple bodysuit.
I wish I was catnip to a dame like that. See?
Yeah.
All right. So should we get to the other two issues?
Yes.
All right, kids. Azrael number 34. Put the cover up. But yes, this is a Genesis crossover where I'm trying to remember the whole story. It was some dark side, New Gods crap, but some people got their powers messed with and swapped. Like Electric Superman.
Was that around when that happened? Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, it was 97. He was
97.
So this was right in the middle of it. All right. Azrael 34, October 1997. Azrael Genesis, Run Angel Runs. Writer Dennis O'Neil, penciler Vincent Garano, inker James Pascoe, colorist Demetrius Bazukis, and Prismacolor, letterer Ken Brzezinski, and editors Archie Goodwin and Chuck Kim. Azrael meets one of Darkseid's parademons, who challenges him to a fight in which the winner will claim Azrael's soul. The witch is back, that's right. The so-called witch Glinda tells Azrael that there's no escaping this fight, and that compassion is his greatest weapon. Not fully understanding Glinda's words, Azrael avoids the fight because he feels he's no match for the parademon, who's evidently bigger and stronger. After avoiding the parademon a few times, Azrael hitches a ride on a train to Gotham, where he meets a boy named Willie Ronton and decides to help him find his father. With the help of Oracle, Azrael finds Willie's father. However, the parademon catches up to him and challenges him to a duel. From a distance, Azrael can hear how Willie's father rejects his son, leaving Willie heartbroken. Azrael stops the fight and comforts Willie, telling him they will find a home for him after he's finished with the parademon. However, the parademon senses Azrael's compassion as a trait of a weak soul, so he goes away to find a better warrior. With the parademon gone, Azrael remembers Glinda's words. Compassion is always the greatest weapon. After learning his lesson, Azrael takes Willie to find a new home.
Aww.
All right. So, thoughts on this one?
This is a weird one, ain't it?
I know. And again, just like I think we talked about last time, I'm like, shouldn't his training have taken over and made him fight the parademon? I'm like,
yes.
This last episode and this one, all of a sudden Azrael's like looking to like get out of fights and run from men. I'm like, when did this happen?
And like think his way out of the problem and find some creative solution to it. Yeah, it's really different.
Mm-hmm.
And this behavior of the parademon is downright strange as well.
Yeah, because usually they're mindless, yeah.
Talking about how I'm going to fight you for your soul and all this stuff, and just this kind of cat and mouse game that they're playing across the city, where he appears on the train and then disappears and comes back and messes with him some more. It was really bizarre. Mm-hmm. At first, when I saw the cover and I saw what it was going to be about, I thought to myself, well, I can see this being like there's just this random parademons dropped into this section of the city and just sees Jean Paul and goes after him. And the whole issue is just this elongated hunt sequence where the parademon's hunting him through the city streets. I didn't think it was going to be this whole weird game that they were playing where they're challenging. He was challenging him to a game where if he won, he got his soul and stuff. It's very strange. Again,
it's so weird. Again, except for the stuff with the kid, I don't think Azrael came across good in this issue, because it's just like he runs from the parademon and he's like, "Oh, I'm headed towards Gotham. I might as well keep going." He's like, "I've done what I can. I've done what I came to do. Stop the vampire and the werewolf and all that." He's like, I'm like, what if he's like slaughtering people back in the city?
Yeah, you can't just leave this monster from another world.
Yeah.
Rampaging around in the city where there's innocent people, there's innocent kids, there's this old woman. And also, it seems to me almost like Jenny had written the story with the kid first. And then they were like, well, Genesis is happening, so you're going to have to find some way to tie it in with that. And it almost feels like he stitched the parademon stuff on afterwards.
Oh, maybe. And again, he just came up with him running for the train and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's so weird.
That's what it feels like to me. Because this is my first time reading this one too, and after I read it, that's what it felt like to me. With the resolution with the kid at the end, I thought, well, that to me feels like the story that he was intending to tell with this issue, and the stuff with the parademon is completely ancillary. Like, there's no reason that, you could have taken all that stuff out, and it wouldn't have impacted anything in the main narrative.
Again, I think Denny's just throwing the parademon in here, so this thing has the most tangential of connections to Genesis and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, is a dark side thing, so it's just like, oh yeah, parademon.
Yeah.
Which again, I don't remember them talking like that before. So
I don't either. And maybe it was just something that they were doing at the time for the purpose of this crossover, like having these weird parademons that they didn't have before.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Been forever since I read that. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know about this crossover, to be honest with you. Yeah.
It really wasn't that. I think it was a weekly. The main miniseries was like a weekly thing, and it was only like 4 issues, so it was like basically like a month. So yeah.
Oh, okay. It was over and done with before it even.
But
again, a highlight was the artwork, though.
Yes,
I love the artwork in this. Like that seems to be the running theme here, is that it's saved by the art. Yeah, Vince Giorano is excellent, and his artwork, again, like this, he's showing kind of a new dimension of his artwork here, because there were some panels that it didn't seem like his style. It seemed like he was trying on a different style with his artwork.
Yeah. But I did like his stuff. Like, he did like a lot of Batman stuff, too. Yeah, I do like his art.
Yeah.
But again, I'm just confused. I'm like, why isn't the system taking over and, making Jean-Paul fight? Again, like I keep saying, it seems like Denny, like the Azrael, the whole thing with the system keeps evolving, but we get like no explanation why. Like in this issue, it almost seems like Jean-Paul has the skills, but it's always Jean-Paul. The system never gets over. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And again, there's, like you said, there's no exposition to elaborate further upon that development.
Because if you had told me, if I didn't know who wrote this and someone said it was a villain writer, I'd almost believe it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh, it's someone who hasn't wrote Azrael before, maybe doesn't have a character, but no, it's Denny.
It does feel like a fill-in issue.
I mean, look at Azrael's appearances from Sword of Azrael, even like the first couple issues of this series. This doesn't seem like the same guy.
Yeah. I
mean, at least the Azrael part, Jean-Paul does, but not Azrael.
Right. Yeah, the behavior is very different. Yeah, I kind of feel like that's what happened. Like he had written this story initially, the script, to be about the kid.
Yeah.
And that whole story. And probably have some more stuff with the old woman as well. But then they were like, well, Genesis, so put Parademon or something in there. And so he had to rewrite it. That's what it feels like to me. This was a rewrite.
But that poor kid, man, he's just,
I know. Yeah.
He's saying, because Jean-Paul's like, wait, you're on this train alone? And he's like, well, when the factory closed down, my daddy left to work in Gotham City. I was with my mom, only she left with an uncle. She said he was my uncle. Now I'm going to look for my daddy. So,
yikes.
Kid was basically abandoned twice. And then when he tries to find the father, I guess, with the new girlfriend, or I don't know if she's a girlfriend or a prostitute. He's just like,
hard to say. I know. It's Gotham, so it could be anything.
Because he tells Willie, he's like, I got a new life now. There ain't no room for a leftover. And here's $5. Go get yourself.
Here's $5.
Go get yourself an ice cream cone and keep going. I'm like, oh, dang.
Yeah. And this Parademon, prepared to be smitten, varlet. I just thought, oh, God, Denny. Oh.
I know. And I'm like, a Parademon of all people. Okay.
Yeah. It's so bizarre. It's bonkers.
Hola, Saras, be ready to conclude our melee. I'm like, really? A Parademon?
Yeah, and then in the next page, you're crying under that mask, ain't you? Crying like a puke-faced old woman. Like he's switching his dialogue and his mannerisms and his accents every panel. It's so bonkers.
I think the Parademon said he was like trying to learn like the language and stuff, but I'm just like, well, where's he learning it from?
Yeah. And then he just takes off. He just leaves at the end. That's it.
Wait, it's like, I'm going to go find a real man.
That's it. He just takes off. He just leaves. I just thought, oh God,
I know.
This is bonkers.
And again, it's like this guy was trained to be an assassin. He has that whole system in his head. And now he throws one. Does he even throw one punch? Oh, I mean, throw one punch in this issue?
A little bit of like a back and forth, I think, at the very beginning. But yeah, I wanted to see like a knockdown, drag out fight between these two.
Yeah, like on the cover there. Look at it.
Like on the cover. Yeah, that's what I was expecting to see. Like
that cover is great. I want to see that.
Do you imagine talk about bragging rights. Azrael, like this dude that filled in for Batman, bragging being able to tell people that he took down a Parademon from Apocalypse. Like, that'd be amazing.
I mean, it's not like you're having him take down Darkseid or anything, or,
exactly.
Like a whole platoon of Parademons.
Yeah.
One Parademon, yeah.
One dude. I mean, that's still bragging rights.
And I don't know if Denny was trying to get across the the lesson of, violence doesn't solve anything, and there's always a different. I'm like, this ain't the book for that.
Yeah, this ain't the book for that, and you can't argue that lesson with anybody from Apocalypse.
No,
they don't have a sense of morals like that. That's bullshit. They won't listen to that.
No,
they won't listen to that. It's dark side. He doesn't care about the yin and yang conversation. He's not interested in hearing that.
They're born into and live in hell. Yeah, no, you're not gonna.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, this is a weird one.
We got a lot of weird ones this week.
We've had a lot of weird ones this month. It must have been something in the water in 1997 at the office there.
Oh yeah, man! Again,
some type of LSD or acid or something.
This is Electric Superman time. Oh yeah.
Everyone loves cocaine.
They're tripping balls. They're tripping balls in 1997 at DC.
Smoked a doobie.
All right, you ready for the last one?
Yes, another guest appearance.
That's right. All right, so put the cover up.
Yeah, I love this cover.
I like it too, but I think we could have gotten a better shot of Hitman. I think.
Yeah,
just
it doesn't really look like him, does it? Yeah.
All right, so Azrael number 35 from November 1997, The Angel and the Hitman. Writer Dennis O'Neil, penciler Roger Robinson, inker James Pascoe, colorist Demetrius Bazoukas, and letterer Ken Brzezinnik. Here's a synopsis. Attempting to aid his sick friend, Willie Ronton, Azrael tries to locate Willie's father, Samuel. Unfortunately, Samuel also happens to be the target of the metahuman mobster Yancey Thorpe. Just before he himself was shot by Tommy Monahan, the Hitman, Yancey made him swear to find Ronton to settle some scores. As both Azrael and Hitman draw closer to their target, the two team up to fend off some unsavory types. Discovering that Ronton is innocent of Thorpe's accusations, Tommy knocks off the true perpetrator, and Azrael brings Samuel back to his son. All right, so thoughts on this?
I actually liked this one the best out of the three.
Yes.
Yeah, I like this. I felt like the story was the most solid. It was the most cohesive and coherent. It had the best ending out of the three stories. And we've got the return of the great Roger Robinson.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm always happy to see him drawing Azrael. I really enjoyed this. It was, I don't know if this story needed to have Hitman in it.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like this story could have been written slightly different and have it just be an Azrael solo story, but it still works.
Yeah. I wonder if they were trying to get numbers up on Hitman, or I think it was a mutual. Yeah. It was probably a mutual thing. It's like, well, if you like this one, you might like this one,
right? Because Hitman had his own series at that time, didn't he?
I think so. Yeah. That's another one I want to read. I've never read the Hitman solo, but I remember him from like guest appearances like here, JLA number 5.
Oh, JLA. Yeah.
They're having a membership drive, and they're just like, yeah, we don't think you're a good fit. And he like he's walking out of the room. He's like, yeah, no problem. I was in the same room with Wonder Woman and my X-ray vision. I'm good.
I love it.
I'm like, really? They would give him like a, like a job interview. I'm just like, he's basically Frank Castle with X-ray vision and telepathy. I'm like, okay,
yeah.
You know how many people this guy's killed? Okay, we're gonna all on the same team as Superman. Okay,
yeah. And they don't have a strict no kill policy on the Justice League, but still,
I think Superman might have a problem with it. And again, I mean, as much as he'll torture a guy, I mean, Batman at this point's against, no.
That's true.
Kill anyone with guns.
That's true. Yeah, he's not a fan of having guns around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this mobster guy showed up. Like I said, I didn't read any Hitman solo stuff, so I don't.
Yeah, me either. I wondered if this was a tie-in to his solo stuff.
Because I'm like, man, that'd be something. If he actually did show up in that series, but they killed him here in an issue of Azrael.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, maybe he was like a minor character over there that they finished over here.
He's basically this mobster is basically a merman.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Got a tail instead of legs. Yeah.
I don't know what his deal was.
Swimming in a big tank instead of almost like a hot tub or something.
Yeah, an aquarium.
Yancey's offspring, born normal, and normal wuss. Yeah, I want to read some. I need to read some Hitman. I want to see, Denny got the tone and stuff, and
yeah. I wonder how many issues that went for.
Oh, I'm kind of trying to remember. I thought it was on the app. And again, this isn't a Denny thing. This is probably the team from his regular book. But it's so funny. Hitman doesn't drive.
Oh yeah, he's driving on the cover.
Oh yeah, I mean we'll see him driving later. But yeah, he doesn't have a license.
Yeah.
It's just so funny. This contract killer, and he doesn't have a driver's license.
Yeah. Wow, that series went for 60 issues.
60?
Hitman, yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
1996 to 2001.
Wow.
And it had an annual? Holy cow.
Man, it must have been popular. I mean, again, it started in, 96? So, yeah, I mean, we're still with...
And Garth Ennis, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Garth Ennis, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it looks like it's all on the app, so...
Nice. Oh, they just released an omnibus of it.
Oh, yeah, you could probably fit the whole series in an omnibus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Yeah, lots of appearances by people in the DC. Oh, of course, Batman's on the first cover. Kyle Rayner. Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, Kyle Rayner.
Catwoman's in an issue.
Oh, my God.
I
think Garth Ennis wrote the whole thing, I think.
Oh, issue 17, Etrigan.
Oh, right. That's right. Well, that was his first appearance, was a Demon Annual.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He was one of the New Blood. And, it was a Demon Annual. I think in 92 or 3. Something like that.
Oh, cool. Oh, Lord. Superman's on the cover of 34.
The Electric Superman?
No, regular Superman.
Oh, all right.
What year was that? It was the December of 98. Yeah, he was back to normal. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, Garth Ennis wrote all these.
Wow. Yeah, I'm trying to... There are all the annuals here. I was going to say, it looks like all the regular issues are here at least. All 60.
Another one, too, I was thinking about sometime that would be great to cover would be that Starman series from the 90s.
Yes.
Did you ever read that?
I've read some of the issues. I've never read the complete series. But
oh, yeah, that's gold. That's solid gold. Yeah.
I know
that'd be a good one to cover someday. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've read a bunch of them back issues, but I can never find the whole things. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think they might have collected that, didn't they? The Starman?
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got all those in trades. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I need to get some of this.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
But yeah, meanwhile, Willie's health has deteriorated rapidly after that confrontation with his father.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
I don't think they even say what's wrong with him. It's just like, the woman in the hospital is basically like, yeah, we're trying to locate family members. There's a certain information the doctors need, background, history of illness, that kind of thing. But I don't think they ever say if he's has some kind of illness or if he needs some kind of transplant.
Well, hanging around the streets of Gotham too long will probably be.
Oh, yeah. Maybe he fell in that river.
Yeah. That Gotham water.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to see a guest appearance from Oracle briefly.
Yes, because he calls Oracle to try to help track down that father again.
Yeah.
And real time has passed because yes, he says, remember that kid I met on the train a month ago?
Man, so a lot happened in a month to that poor kid.
I know.
He went south fast.
And at that time, the father's made it all the way from Gotham to the middle of the Mojave Desert.
Yeah.
And again, it almost seems like at the end of that call, Oracle's almost flirting with him again. But yes, we'll put that all to rest by No Man's Land. So
yeah.
Unless someone just smacked Denny in the head and be like, "No, she's getting with it. We're getting with Nightwing. Shut up." But then the mobster's son, he basically puts out a price on Willie's father and on Hitman. So, but yeah, Hitman's tracked Samuel down to this hotel or whatever, this motel, and then there's a bunch of bikers waiting for him. So we get this shootout with these bikers.
Great shootout! I love this part.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Roger Robinson, man, he's amazing. I love his work so much.
And then the one gets the drop on Hitman has a gun on him behind, to the back of his head. Coward, honorable men do not attack from behind. Azrael just like hits him with the butt of his own gun.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute, did you just run from a parademon last month?
Yeah. And when has he ever talked like that before this?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Was he reading some book on fair play or something?
Yeah, I guess. The Mr. Terrific memoir.
I don't recognize the suit. Hitman says, "Are you from around here?" No, I'm Azrael. Because that tells you exactly where he's from.
Yeah. And he asks Hitman, "Are you a policeman? Does this dude look like a policeman to you?"
Well, once again, he's a character in a Denny story, so someone has to be the dummy.
Yeah. Well, that's usually our boy Jean Paul. Oh.
Then he tells Hitman that lay down some fire, have them keep their heads down, because then Azrael gets the drop on him. I'm like, is that suit bulletproof?
Yeah. Well, yeah. They're not using like semi-automatic machine guns; they're using just handguns and stuff. Actually, some of them have assault rifles. Never mind. That could probably do some damage to his armor. Some of the guns that they're carrying, but the other guys with the handguns and stuff, yeah, that wouldn't slow down Azrael.
Then they run into Chili, the guy who owns this place.
Chili.
He's like, Ron and his woman are in there with my old lady.
My old lady, yeah, classy. Keep it classy.
He said he'll blow the old bat away if anyone comes for him. I love the Hitman's like, you don't sound like that. Break your heart. We all got to go sometime. I love, Hitman looks in his head, Azrael's head. He's like, it's a mess in there. He about half thinks he's an angel with a bulletproof vest.
Yeah.
I love Azrael. We'll save your wife, Chili. Never mind her. Just take it easy on the furniture. Samuel and his woman are in there thinking about running, and they're like, we'll take this old bag of bones as insurance. And she's like, why don't you take my husband? He'd be a better insurance than me. The old coot.
The old coot. I love that so much.
So I guess Azrael has this plan. I guess Chili has this old tow truck, as I guess he told Hitman to drive. Hitman's like, you sure this will work? I don't drive. Can you hit the side of a house? Yep, good enough. So they start driving towards the window, and I love Chili's like, watch out for the furniture. All right, ready? Chili's like, can we get this done? I got to get back to cranking me hall.
Howdy, y'all. I lift around the rim and you can slather up my coat. I'd let Burt Reynolds my ass. nom, nom.
So they start driving towards the side of it, and then Azrael just comes bursting in with those flaming swords.
Yeah.
Uh,
I love that part.
yeah, kicks Willie's father down, and then knocks the gun out of the woman's hand. You don't need this. When I told you shouldn't ought to wreck the furniture, I didn't mean you ought to wreck the dang roof instead.
He shoots him.
But yeah, Hitman says, he's taking Samuel, but then to slow down Azrael, he shoots him in the head. He's like, he does have that bulletproof. He's like, if he's lucky, it'll only knock him out, but if he's got high quality bulletproofing, kind of
just creased his skull. Just creased his
exactly.
Skull. Yeah.
But Hitman tells Samuel that he's there because he stole the money from that mobster, and then basically, I guess is that those bikers? The one wakes up, knocks out, hits Hitman, and then it's like the guy in the suit didn't kill you, mean Azrael. Nah, I take it back.
Yeah.
I hope he got his bulletproofing out of a gum machine. The bikers, let's do it. Yeah, so we can get to the fun part. But then Azrael wakes up and starts knocking him out again. He hits the one with the chair, so of course Chili, the furniture.
Kicks that one dude in the face. Oh, dang.
But yeah, Hitman says, I always keep my promises, even though low lives like Yancey 4. But yeah, we see him shoot, but he shot the woman with Samuel. He's like, I can read minds. I read hers. She lifted Fork's funds. Samuel didn't even know she had them. The poor loser. Oops. And Hitman looks at Azrael. He's like, you got a problem with this? He's like, no. He's like, you're no concern of mine. Ronton is.
Yeah.
So yeah, Azrael leaves with Samuel, and then
throw some cash to Chili. Buy yourself some new stuff. Get something for the wife too. Maybe a nice cactus to go with her personality. This is my favorite out of the 3 issues. The art, and the script together.
Yes,
made this the best out of the 3 for me tonight. Yeah, I really I thought that the story was good, and it was a nice kind of one and done story, a self-contained story that it had elements from what came before, like with the kid and some of that stuff, but it didn't really have to dwell too deeply on prior story tangents. It just kind of went on and did its thing, and I like that.
It almost seems. This is the most Azrael's acting the most like himself in this issue than the other 2.
Yes, and even still, then he meanders a little bit.
Yeah.
Asking Hitman, "Are you a policeman?" And then talking about cowardly. Only a coward attacks from behind, and blah blah blah, and all this. Yeah, it's just some of the characterization is all over the place with Jean Paul these last few issues.
And again, it's so weird because again, they're all written by Denny.
I know. Yeah. You'd think that 2 or 3 people were writing these. The way that he's all over the place like this.
Unless he had a ghostwriter.
Maybe Archie Goodwin, editor, was writing.
Oh, there you go.
You never know. You never know.
Exactly. All right. Anything else?
No, I enjoyed all these, even though they were kind of bonkers.
Yes.
I enjoyed these. These were fun. It was nice to have something kind of lighthearted too, because I know that we're going to get into some pretty dark territory coming up soon here. With I think the next story is the one with Bane.
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then after that is Cataclysm. So I know that things are going to get pretty grim here pretty soon. So it's nice to have a few stories that are a little bit, I wouldn't say lighter, but they're not quite as heavy.
And then I think it's around issue 50. He gets his first new suit. Oh, different look. Yes.
Yeah. And I actually like that one.
Yeah, I don't mind that one either. Yeah.
I'm excited to see that again.
There's one like around issue 75. I don't like that one, but yeah, no, the silver one he gets around 50. Yeah, I don't mind that.
Yeah, I like that. It's cool. It's different. It's
Yeah,
like
it's
an actual superhero costume instead of like
an assassin suit. Yeah.
assassin suit, a medieval vigilante. This is an actual superhero we've got.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that.
So yes, kids. So yes, nah. So like I said, this is the beginning of the month. You only get 2 Lilith Hellfire episodes this month. Next week it'll be Batman Confidential 17 through 21. It's like Batgirl. I think Catwoman might be in there too. Story.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
And then the week after it'll be Batman Batgirl from 1997. They did like these bunch of one shots in 97, like around.
Oh yeah,
It was
I
around
remember those.
the Batman and Robin movie. Yeah, so they put out
Yes.
a Batgirl one. They put out a Bane one. There was like a
Mhm.
Poison
Poison
Ivy
Ivy.
one, which I think
Yeah.
Wolf and I covered that one. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And then
You're doing the Batgirl one.
we're doing the Batgirl one and also the Batgirl special number 1 from 1988, which was kind of.
Oh,
I'm trying to remember if it was after the fact or not, but I think it was like her last adventure before
it
Killing
was.
Joke. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that was a big deal because that was I think the Killing Joke was like the next year. Yeah.
It might have been
That was just a one shot, wasn't it? That was special. Yeah.
And then, of course, then it'll be in the end of the month again, and Justin will be back, and yes, we will cover Azrael 36 through 39, which I believe, yes, is the Bane story.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be their first rematch since, I think, Batman 500.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And another one that I haven't read. This group of issues coming up here are brand new to me.
Oh, you never read the Bane one?
No.
Oh, nice. Yes. So yeah, kids, send us your thoughts. Yeah, some killer stuff coming up here.
Yeah, I'm excited.
All right. So yes, and send us
And
your
I think
thoughts.
I'll be back back with you and Lilith too in another month or two.
Oh,
I think there's some Catwoman.
well, let me open the schedule back up. But yeah, I think we might be doing I think it was another Meow May, but
Oh, right, that's in May. Yes. Okay.
yeah. Yes, another Meow May. Yeah. Because remember, I put that showcase the first
Yes.
4
Yeah,
issues
yeah.
you suggested. Yeah, and then there's
Yeah.
some other, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, have you read those showcase issues with Catwoman?
No, I haven't. So
Nice.
yeah.
That's a Doug Mensch story, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy it.
Oh yeah, and you said Mensch. I was like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I love Mensch's like Batman stuff. All the Gotham stuff, and then he wrote some. Didn't he write somebody else too?
He wrote some Catwoman for a while.
Yeah. I mean, but I know who he wrote.
It's Egyptian Batman.
Oh yeah, him too. Yeah,
Egyptian Batman. Yeah.
over at Marvel.
Yeah. White Batman. Yeah.
Yeah.
So much so, I think what was the guy's name? There was a villain in the original series. Was something strange, and then
Nimrod Strange.
Nimrod Strange, and I swear he like goofed up and called him Hugo
did.
Strange.
He did, and it got into the print. It made it past the editor, and it's in there.
Oh, I remember reading that. I was like, "Oh, I'm sure Ray loved that."
I think he and I talked about that issue, and we mentioned that.
Oh, I think so because I think I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. You guys did an episode on that. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, it was so funny.
Back in the day when I only knew Justin through this sexy voice on Into the Night.
That's right.
My
Yes,
podcast,
back in the day.
Uh,
That was the only place you could find me for a while.
really knew, all of us only knew each other through like Isla Raws and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, kids. So yes, send us your thoughts. Email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes Lunatic. Well, no. You can find the merch at T Public and Spring websites. You can also rain random money on us through the Cash App link. Because again, scarier than any parademon is Lilith Hellfire. So, so make it rain.
Make it rain.
And again, the new website. Catch pretty much every episode, almost everything at CapesLunatics.wordpress.com. And again, if you're watching on YouTube, it's on the screen. If not, it's in all the show notes. And of course, you can always subscribe to our Patreon. Again, you get exclusive, uncensored content every month. And of course, if you're a paying patron like Justin the Owl here,
Right.
you can suggest topics for us to discuss. Because again, we talk a lot of comics, but you can suggest anything pretty much.
Yes. Join me in the Patreon Elite. You get all the perks, all the good stuff, and access to the treasure trove that is the worst superhero movie brackets. And I'm trying to convince them to do a best superhero movie brackets, which aren't Marvel or DC.
Yes.
And maybe we'll see that come sometime later this year.
Yeah, I don't know about a full year, but yeah, I'll try to put something together on that.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough to make it for a whole year. You could do like probably 2 or 3 episodes, I'd imagine.
But yes, the worst superhero movie brackets, man. Oh Lord. And again, kids, if you get access to that worst superhero movie brackets where you get one of the Capes and Lunatics members topless. So
that's right. And we're not going to tell you who. You have to find out all on your own.
That's right. All right. So you can subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/CapesandLunatics.
More vicious and brutal than ever.
All right. Now for this Justin the Owl, you can catch him. Well, you can catch him here at least once a month on We Are the Night, the podcast. And again, this is a special month. You'll catch him twice this month. So.
Yeah.
And again, we can find him also here on Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks from time to time on Electric Mullet, the Superman podcast. And over on Capes and Lunatics, you can find them all over the place at least once a week on Marvel Tales and X-Men Classics. Every once in a while, we get both of those in a week. You can also catch him. Again, we're going to be Energon Universe is making a comeback here.
Yes,
so,
triumphant return.
Exactly. And of course, every once in a while, you get a One World Under Doom, our Dr. Doom podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And also I almost keep forgetting to mention this. Yeah. He now joins me and Ray once a month for Scarlet Spider episodes. Yeah.
New regular co-host at the end of the month. As we go through Peter David's Scarlet Spider series, which is, again, another new to me read, which I'm very excited about.
That's right. We're recording another one soon here. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. But you would think no human being could have any more time to podcast, but not so with this man. He sits down for even more podcasting with his glass of chocolate milk and
that's right.
appears on these fine shows.
You can find me every month on Gamma Charge with my pal Russell, and we discuss 2 series, Mortal Hulk and Sensational She-Hulk. We also have a Patreon, so do check that out. And over on Predator and Prey, we are joined by the aforementioned High Priest of Khonshu himself, Ray, and Sparky, to discuss some classic 90s comic books from Dark Horse featuring Fox's Predator in all of its gory glory. And last but not least, on my solo show, The Lost Library of Legends, I do retrospectives on forgotten and obscure comic book series of the past. And currently, I'm doing a multiple-part retrospective on a 90s series from the Malibu Ultraverse.
Going back to the 90s here, bitch. Don't shock the monkey.
Just what I always wanted in a man. I can't wait for you to read some of that Malibu Ultraverse stuff.
Oh,
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
Oh yeah, I'm always down there to give it like a 90s stuff a try. Oh yeah.
And this is Steve Englehart too. So
yeah.
Yeah, you know it's gonna be some good stuff. Yeah.
Tapping my way downtown. Giant sized man thing.
And I swear, if every issue of Azrael this week had a theme, it was...
Well, that escalated.
Yeah. You're right. Absolutely. That is the theme of all 3 of these issues.
Exactly.
Things escalated very quickly.
All right, kids. Thank you for joining us. Again, next 2 weeks, the little Hellfire and Batgirl, and then...
Batgirl.
Justin will be back at the end of the month for another Azrael. Again, The big rematch between
Big
Azrael and
rematch. And this time it's personal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We get serious again.
Yeah. I'm excited. These new to me issues are fun. Yeah.
Yeah. And again, no more annuals. I think, we're pretty much set on
That's it for annuals and stuff.
the regular issues.
We just have that 1 million issue coming up.
Mm-hmm. That's not a good one. All right, kids. Join us next time. Remember, join us same bat time.
Same bat channel.
We are the night.
The Batman and Azrael podcast.
That's right. Grab your chocolate milk and remember on the way out, watch the furniture.